Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Energy Web Token, aka EWT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So, first off, Energy Web Token was an asset that I personally have been talking about for a very long time on this channel. I'm sure that a lot of you, if you have been a fan of the channel, you are aware of this. No, I'm not just flipping stance and saying, hey, let's talk about Energy Web Token because it's pumping, because I know that there's a lot of individuals that do think like that in this market, where they think that I just talk about tokens that, start to do this major run up, and, I try to look like the hero and say, hey, look it, I called it. No. In fact, there's actually a lot of buys on EWT that I'm actually down on, but I feel confident about long term. For an example, I posted this video on July 11th. Now, mind you, this video got less than 2,000 views. Just to give you guys a quick insight, my typical range is about 5 to 7,000 video views. So a lot of people missed out on this video. A lot of people just disregarded it. It was not one of those assets that were extremely special to some people. It was trading at $2.41. And I did say Energy Web Token powering the fourth industrial revolution. And yes, I do completely believe that that is the case. And a lot of people did realize this too. Like, for an example, down here we do see, I watched this and I had an epiphany. Decentralizing energy could change the world. Energy companies have a monopoly on the energy grids by having a smart operating system that can store and sell energy to others, etc. Just blows my mind. This alone could, spark a revolution, just like how Bitcoin interfered with the monetary system of the world and created the Internet of Value. Imagine a world where energy is a commodity you could use and trade to others, as well as store for later. I recently saw an article that discussed a stablecoin backed by electricity, and I did say exactly. Like, this is how big Energy Web Token actually is, and also the energy sector around crypto. Funny thing is that, like I said, that it was trading at $2.40 at that time. Energy Web Token right now has had a major pullback. It was just recently on the 7-day span trading at about $7.50 or $4.50. Sorry. The funny thing is that, like, when we look at the all-time chart here, just recently back here, or it was here during February, it was trading at about $7. Okay, and this was like the last little high it had before, of course, the downtrend continued. Right now, we are having that nice little pullback. Like I said, a lot of my average buys, were around, I think it was like around the May timeframe price. I did drop them a little bit down here to like $2.30 some cents. But it wasn't like anything crazy. I wasn't going heavy here, and I wasn't even going heavy back here either. But I have been talking about Energy Web Token since around January. We've been discussing this token for a very long time because I do believe that the upside potential on this thing is absolutely massive. I mean, look at where we are currently, where everybody was excited and celebrating. Like I said, I was talking about this at $2 or so because of how massive of an opportunity I do think that this thing was and is. I mean, the all-time high is around $20 right now currently, and it's like 22 I think, when we actually look at the all-time high down here. But even at $116 million market cap, like, this thing is so early in its own stages. And I know that you guys are probably going to look at like the circulating supply and like say like, oh, 30% is only out there, like this is terrible. There's a staking opportunity with Energy Web Token. So a lot of like the supply is actually locked up. Just to give you guys a quick insight on that. But also, this was not the only noise that I was making about Energy Web Token. I mean, even going back to March, I was saying, utility will reshape this entire market. These are my must-hodl utility gems. And XRP, HBAR, QNT, Energy Web Token, XLM, Casper, XDC. Again, watch EWT closely. Energy Web will be responsible for making all blockchains green. Sustainability is key for success. And even going back to July 8th, if you love sustainability, energy, and just green crypto projects, don't sleep on Energy Web Token. This is a huge opportunity in my mind going forward. And again, like, this got, like, these tweets barely get any sort of love. I mean, like, this one got a lot of love from the EWT, community, but for the most part, like, everybody keeps ignoring Energy Web Token. And it begs the question, like, when will they stop ignoring it? I mean, like, right now, yeah, we're having this pullback, and we'll most likely have a little bit of a deeper pullback. We might even come back down to, like, test this $3.80 range, but does it really matter? I mean, it's like a change of 7 cents. I'm not saying like buy this at all. Like, I'm not saying like, ape in. I would wait for a further pullback, but those that have been listening are definitely, celebrating right now, and they are, happy about the gains that they just recently made. And when we really kind of look at Energy Web Token, like, yeah, it is very special. I do think that Energy Web Token will allow Bitcoin to be green. I do think that when we look at this, it's going to be something special. And we do see proof of green solutions like this one for Bitcoin will be offered to enterprise clients like BlackRock as, software as a service secured with EWT staking. Like, they are literally working with Energy Web Token, to have this, green technology available for them. Like, this is huge, especially for EWT, but also even, great for BlackRock. So you love to see it, and it's secured with Energy Web Token staking, which, like I said, that's why a lot of the tokens are not out there. And we do see down here, like, I'm super excited to see BlackRock recognizing the work Energy Web X and Rocky Mountain Institute have been, doing over the past few years. Our proof of green solution brings greater transparency to sustainable energy usage like Bitcoin mining, and this is massive. Like I said, like, this is huge for this industry. The biggest issue with Bitcoin for the longest time has been its energy usability and, the environmental impact of Bitcoin. So if you solve this, you solve all of the argument points around that area. And I even shared with you guys this crypto climate accord. This is helping even Ripple have their carbon neutrality, agreement with, of course, Energy Web Token's help. So when we look at this, it's changing this entire space. And yes, like, this is in part with Energy Web Token, as you guys do see down here, like Energy Web. This is RMI, or AKA. This is with, I think that this is Rocky Mountain Institute. Yeah. So this is RMI, not ARMI. Sorry. And then we do see Alliance for Innovation Regulation AIR. And what is the crypto climate accords? Surging demand for cryptocurrencies and accelerating adoption of blockchain-based solutions have highlighted an important issue: the technology's growing energy consumption and its impact on the climate. That's why we're working collaboratively within the crypto and blockchain industry to accelerate the development of digital proof of green solutions and set a new standard for other industries to follow. Like, this is how massive this is as an opportunity. Like, everybody always wants to look at, and by the way, like, if you go over to their solutions, by the way, you could see all of this, like green Bitcoin hash rate, green Ethereum, and there's other major areas here to focus on as well. And you even do see down here, like, the CCA will deliver the crypto industry an open source toolbox of tech solutions to decarbonize and improve progress. Crypto miners, crypto exchanges, platforms, crypto investors, hodlers, calculate energy use and GHG impacts, digitize renewables and carbon offsets, procurement and proof of green verification, various solutions and related showcases for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoin/blockchains. Like, they are literally turning this entire market green. Like, I mean, I really... Like, is there anything else to really mention here? I mean, like, there's a ton of things to mention around Energy Web Token, but it's very exciting. Like, everybody's always like, hey, I'm investing into this, asset because it's green, or I'm investing into this asset because it's green. It's like, why don't you invest into the asset that is making this entire space green? Like, this is a huge innovation in this space. And yeah, if we go over here to BlackRock's website, they do mention, like, BlackRock has encouraged that organizations such as RMI and Energy Web are developing programs to bring greater transparency to sustainable energy usage in Bitcoin mining and will follow progress around those initiatives. And this is, like, a huge focus point for BlackRock because, again, like, this is where we see these major entities really kind of entering into the space because, like, this has been something that has been a barrier to adoption as well. A lot of individuals, or I should say a lot of these major corporations and companies do not want to get, hit with the idea of, like, hey, look at this company. They're adopting this technology that is extremely inefficient in regards to, like, energy usage and consumption. So, like, it is, I know that a lot of people think that that's actually not a barrier to adoption, but it actually is. And we do see down here, BlackRock has been conducting work in 4 areas of digital assets and their associated ecosystems where we see potential to benefit our clients, and capital markets more broadly, including permission, blockchain, stablecoins, crypto assets, and tokenization. So, these are all the areas that need to be fully green for, a lot of these markets. And I do think that Energy Web Token is the one. I've shared with you guys this on multiple occasions. And the funny thing is that they are continuously building out major use case potential here around the green area. For an example, We do see here our project crowdfund for solar with Energy WebX showed crypto investors' appetite for impact-oriented projects. This interview with our head of software and IT, provides a good overview on what's going on in crypto for African businesses. And this is, I believe this is NG. I hope that I'm saying that name right. Launches crypto initiative to crowdfund solar projects. So every single day, we're seeing a lot more not only collaboration, but adoption of Energy Web tokens, specifically around the green energy revolution. And not only that, but there has been a lot more. Huobi Research also has provided an insight on, what is the next major narrative around the next bull run to really kind of spark a massive monumental move. It is middleware. We've been talking about a few of these assets, like, for example, Oracle with Chainlink, database access with the Graph, and then also identities with, we do see Energy Web Token. We also do see ENS. But, welcome to the Read the Report titled Web3 Middleware, the bet on infrastructure to accelerate Web3. And yeah, I do think that this is going to be a very large, area to focus on. I also do think that Energy Web Token is going to be a massive success going into the next major bull run. Like I said, I said on Twitter, $500 for Energy Web Token. That is over a 100x opportunity, even from our current levels. So, do I think that $500 is a possibility? Yeah, 100%. I do think that the, not only market cap potential on it is very conservative, but I also do think that with what they are building, what they're doing is very conservative. For example, going over here, the VW Group are thinking big when it comes to decarbonizing e-mobility. Our joint solution brings 24/7 renewable matching down to individual EV charge events, and that's just the beginning of what we can do with the open source Energy WebX stack. And we do see here, we're excited to see Energy WebX and VW Group working together on renewable energy charging. Do you want to know what is it or how it works? The benefits and the next steps. And we do see down here Energy Web and Volkswagen deliver 24/7 renewable energy charging solutions for energy or electric vehicles. And yes, when we talk about individuals that do own these electrical vehicles, they are very, very, in depth on the electricity and energy space. They want to make sure that they can track things like this, and Energy Web Token is also making that a possibility. But also, it is all renewable energy charging that is verifiable. So these individuals that are buying electric vehicles that are conscious about their energy use, they could track that, they could understand it, they could see it. It's fully transparent. So that is a huge area to focus on as well. And don't forget that Energy Web is also working with Shell, which is a massive company around like the gas area. And we do see here, we're proud to see Forbes covering our longtime partner Shell building multiple solutions on Energy Web X as well. Again, I'm telling you guys, like, you really need to pay attention to what is happening around this space with Energy Web. Everyone will continue to overlook this project. Everyone will continue to overlook this asset, and that is totally fine with me. Not only does it allow me to accumulate at lower, levels, but it also allows me to celebrate with all of you who do listen, that understand this, that see the potential, that see the technology, understand the technology, and just see how large the vision is. And so with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are on this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.